Oh, look, it makes a ding noise. Jeffrey's too deep into his Marvel future fight, which is leveling up this Hulk. Hey guys, welcome to the Wade and Shiggy Show. Shiggy's over here, I'm Wade. Sorry it's been a couple days since we made a video.
Eating my chips.
Yeah,
You're all staring at me. They're delicious.
Actually, not that bad. First time I've ever tried these. They're Snyder's Sweet and Sassy Barbecue. Try it, they're good. So this video is basically our reaction to the Super Bowl. Which, if y'all don't know, the final score was Denver 24, Carolina 10. He thinks it's fixed because Carolina was just god-awful in that game.
They were paid to lose.
Right. So your reactions to the Super Bowl?
No, I'm kidding. Let me get. Hold on.
He's too deep in his game, folks. Honestly, folks, the Super Bowl, I don't know, it's just so boring.
No. Alright.
Where's your hat at?
This is my hat. It's old school.
Where's your newer one?
I'm going old school today, folks. This is the first hat. I love it. It's an original. Yeah.
It was just not an exciting
Nope.
Super Bowl.
I will tell you why the Super Bowl was exciting for me. Was
Really, you were
because
excited?
Denver threw nothing at Carolina they haven't seen before. They're a great defensive team, but they weren't doing anything no other team has done. They blitzed Cam Newton. Every team in the NFL was blitzing Cam Newton all season long. But what was he doing? He was taking off and running and getting 20 yards. What made it funny was how rattled they got him. And people said, oh, the defense rattled him. No, they didn't. The Super Bowl rattled him. It's his first Super Bowl. Peyton Manning's been there. Peyton Manning is a veteran of the game. He's been to countless playoff games. Been to three Super Bowls.
Folks, that is Peyton Manning's 200th postseason win.
He's been to three Super Bowls. He's won 2 of them.
Breaking Brett Favre's all-time record.
He's the first quarterback in the NFL.
Which Brett Favre is the first-time Hall of Famer?
Listen, Peyton Manning's the first quarterback in the NFL to take 2 teams to the Super Bowl and win with both teams.
Then again, his brother Eli wasn't too fond of him winning.
Why?
Did you see him on SportsCenter today? Oh my God, look it up. His face was just like... it was hilarious because he was just like... It's like he just pooped himself. It was hilarious.
He was probably hungover from drinking with his brother.
No.
Well, if he's
jealous... It was during the Super Bowl.
Oh. Well, he might have been drunk during the Super Bowl. But
his kids there?
Why not? My brother gets drunk around his kids. It happens. You have kids, you get drunk around them. Not me. Not anymore. But no. Now, anyway, Cam Newton got rattled because of Cam Newton. Not because of defense. Not because of Denver's great play. Because, let's face it, Denver did not do anything no other defense has done to Cam Newton all year.
You agree with what he did during the press conference, though?
No. He needed to step up and not act like a child.
Dude, he was there for 3 minutes as long as he needed to be, and then he left.
Yes, but did you notice how he answered a lot of his questions? No.
Doesn't matter. He was still there for 3 minutes. It doesn't matter. As long as you're there for 3 minutes, it should not matter what you do after those 3 minutes.
No, but the way he answered those questions, he answered them like a child would who...
Yeah, that's because the other guy from the other team was sitting right on the other side of the room talking about, oh, we beat the crap out of Cam Newton. Oh, we stopped that offense. We made him throw it. Would you sit there and let him talk? Let's say it wasn't a certain situation.
Yeah.
What would you do if somebody across the room was talking about something personal to you and it pissed you off? Would you sit there and would you take it?
If he beat me in a game, yeah, I'd take it.
I'm not talking about a game. I'm talking about something personal because Cam Newton has always been a sore loser. It's proven fact, folks. He has won it in high school. He has won it in college. Now that he's lost a big game, he's a big sore loser.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Cam Newton, the way he answered the questions, he acted like a child.
Shouldn't matter. As long as you're up there answering questions, it doesn't matter how you answer them.
Well, yeah, it does. It's called being an adult and being professional.
Then you're considering Marshawn Lynch a kid, then. Oh, I'm here so I won't get fined. You know you trademarked that? That's funny. He actually trademarked that saying.
Well, no, but see, what Marshawn Lynch did was not childish.
Oh, wait a minute. How is that not childish? I'm here so I won't get fined. How is that not childish?
Because he didn't want to talk to the media.
Cam Newton didn't want to talk to the media, but he still went up there and did it so he wouldn't get fined.
Well, Marshawn Lynch talked to the media.
Exactly.
Okay, but
how is that different from Cam Newton talking to him?
But when Marshawn Lynch, after he said that, though,
it shouldn't matter. The way he answered it was childish.
That part of it was, but after that, he still talked to the media as an adult.
No, he didn't. He never talked to the media.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
No, he refused to talk to the media, so the NFL fined him, and then he went up there doing the whole thing of, I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined.
My question is...
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Listen, my question is, first of all, the NFL shouldn't be allowed to fine them. Why should they have to talk to the media anyway?
Here's my question. Why does everybody care? It's freaking press. Who the hell cares?
Listen.
Why is this such a big deal? Seriously, why? Is this really a bigger deal than, I don't know, free agency or the NFL draft?
I don't understand why they force players to talk to the media.
Exactly. Why are you forcing the losing team to go up there and talk about... Like, the guy asked the question, do you blame yourself or do you blame your teammates for your loss? How do you answer that without pissing somebody off?
You know how you answer that? I don't blame myself. I don't blame my teammates. I blame the whole team as one unit because that's how we play as one unit. Now, I'm going to tell you why Carolina lost that game. Cam Newton, if you watch, he had numerous plays where nobody was open.
But here's the thing.
Now, hold on. He had numerous plays where nobody was open. He had time. Instead of throwing the ball, he should have ran with the ball.
But Cam Newton,
listen, Cam Newton, in the playoffs and all season long, I watched him in play situations like that where what did he do? He took off and ran for 30 yards. He didn't do it in the Super Bowl. Why? Because he wasn't playing Cam Newton football. He got into his own head. He psyched himself out. And therefore, he was overthrowing players. Now, there were players dropping catches. There were a lot of players dropping catches. Some of those catches...
Can you name me good wide receivers on that Carolina team, though?
Jericho Contre's not a bad wide receiver.
He's old. He's old and dirt. He should be retiring by now.
Doesn't matter. Wes Welker's old, and he still can catch.
He's not even playing anymore.
No, but he went last year when he played. He still caught passes.
He barely even played as it was.
Well, he had injuries, but...
Not even that, because of his old age.
I'm telling you, Contre's not bad. Now, that play where he caught the ball and they did the whole replay and said he didn't catch it, that was bogus. He caught that ball. But
even then, on ESPN, they said it themselves. Carolina's defense did a lot more better than Denver's defense. Just because Carolina's offense turned the ball over 4 times.
Yep. Not only that, look what happened. Okay, they got Ted Ginn. Brandon LaFell's with the Patriots now. But got a phone call, folks.
Get to listen to this conversation.
Hello? Yes, may I ask who this is? Okay.
Is this so serious, guys? I don't know.
Not yet. No, huh? Okay. Bye. No, I'm not. I don't have my check yet. Anyway.
Now, let me ask you something.
Cam Newton psyched himself out. That's why he lost.
ESPN asked us this morning. Do you consider Denver's defense performance last night the best defensive performance in Super Bowl history?
No.
That's what I thought. They were comparing their defense to the 85 Bears.
Dude, the 85 Bears stopped the New England Patriots of yesteryear. You know why the New England Patriots went to the Super Bowl that year against the Bears? Because the whole AFC sucked. You still had the Seahawks in the AFC.
They can't see your face, dude. They see your knee.
They had the whole AFC suck that year with the Bears and Patriots. The Seahawks were in the AFC. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
They were horrible. The Steelers were horrible. Every team in the AFC was horrible, so they sent the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
Just to get stomped.
Okay, the Bears were the best team in the NFC because they had Walter Payton, Dennis Gentry, McMahon, Jim McMahon. I mean, their defense, Richard Dent, Refrigerator Perry, Mike Singletary. But honestly, a good defensive performance, the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Arizona Cardinals. Everybody remember that
was
game?
A run-up scoring game. Why do you think Santonio Holmes won that MVP?
I understand that, but James Harrison running back an interception for 97 yards?
Yeah, but there's got to be a better one than that. I mean, I would even consider Ray Lewis' defense against the New York Giants.
Yes, there are better ones, but that's who they should be comparing Denver's defense against, not the Bears. The 85 Bears were phenomenal.
Yeah, they were phenomenal.
Refrigerator Perry ran the football, for crying out loud. 4th and 1. Let's give it to a 7'5", fucking 500-pound.
See, I could see why ESPN compared the Ravens' defense that year to Broncos because
remember back in '85, that's when the Browns were going to AFC championships.
Oh God.
In '88 and '87, they had what?
They compared
the fridge?
Von Miller to Ray Lewis, which I don't know about that, but they compared Peyton Manning to Trent Dilfer that year, and I don't know if
we're not going that far.
Defense really carried Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl.
They didn't. No, Peyton Manning started the season off rough. He started getting his traction
then he got hurt.
under him. Yes, he started getting back on to being Peyton Manning, and he got hurt. And when he came back, they go to the playoffs. What'd they do in the playoffs? Peyton Manning scored touchdowns. Now, was he scoring 3 or 4 touchdowns a game? No. And the defense was helping him, but you cannot say
here's the thing. They almost got beat by a very beaten-down Pittsburgh Steelers team. Think about it.
Almost counts in horseshoes and grenades.
Heck, they almost got beat by a guy who was on bear tranquilizers, Ben Roethlisberger. And
yeah, but you know what? Like I said, almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Now, do you think that Denver's hoping that Peyton retires?
I'm hoping he retires. He has nothing left to prove.
No, it could be like a Brett Favre.
No, Peyton's done.
We'll see. He hasn't decided yet, folks. He has not decided if he wants to retire or not.
Who wants to make a bet with me? If Peyton Manning comes back next year, he's not winning the Super Bowl. He's done. He couldn't get it done this year, and when he started to try to get it done and started getting back on track, he got hurt.
They won the Super Bowl, dude.
I'm saying next year, he ain't going to come back and win a Super Bowl next year.
I don't know. That defense is pretty tough.
Doesn't matter. Manning's done. He's hurt. He got hurt this year.
It's pretty stupid to... I mean, they're pretty stupid to start Manning over Osweiler. I mean, they're trying to sign Osweiler to a top contract, and it's like... Okay, why
That
didn't...
Super Bowl, the reason that Carolina lost, and I'll say it again, Cam got into his own head and psyched himself out. Period. He psyched himself out. Period.
Well, the defense basically did what they wanted to do and forced Cam to throw. Look what happened.
And
Even though Carolina's defense statistically was better than the Denver's defense. Statistically, folks.
it was.
So,
But because there were turnovers, and again, they didn't
of the
force...
turnovers,
They
yes.
didn't. Cam Newton forced himself to make stupid decisions. He got into his own head. He psyched himself out. That is exactly what Cam Newton did, because Ben Roethlisberger did that in his first Super Bowl. He thought too much. He overthunk the whole game, and that's why they barely beat the Seattle Seahawks in that Super Bowl. And when they played Green Bay, he overthunk the stinking game. Wide open Mike Wallace. He overthrows him. How do you do that? When you've been to 3 Super
He's
Bowls.
got a crotch.
Three Super Bowls. Three Super Bowls. You should have had Mike Wallace. Boom. That should have been a perfect pass. Touchdown.
Pittsburgh's considered a top 3 candidate to win the Super Bowl next year.
They're always considered a candidate. You know why? Because it's Pittsburgh. And they're the... People can... You can man all you want, but Pittsburgh is one of the
They weren't
best.
the favorite last year.
No, but they almost every...
Heck, they're freaking predicting Arizona and Cincinnati in the Super Bowl next year.
No. 'Cause number one, all of Cincinnati's players, most of them, their contracts are up. A.J. Green, you think they're going to re-sign him?
Yeah.
No.
They're going to re-sign A.J. Green. Are you kidding me?
They didn't.
He's a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Why wouldn't they?
So was Chad Johnson.
Chad Johnson ran himself
No.
out. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's why they sent his ass to freaking New England.
Time out.
No.
Chad
no.
Johnson wanted more money, and they didn't
Yeah.
want to pay him.
Yeah, it's because he fucking asked for a big-ass contract.
You
Way
think
too
A.J.
big.
Green's not going to ask for a big-ass contract?
No, he's got a smarter brain than Chad
Bullshit.
Johnson
He's
does.
going to do exactly what Des
No.
Bryant did. He's going to do exactly what Demaryius
No, he's not,
Thomas
folks.
did.
A.J. Green has a
Right.
smarter mind than Des Bryant.
Listen.
Des Bryant is a loudmouth. That's
Okay,
why...
Demaryius Thomas. He asked for a big contract, and do you think he earned it? No. Denver paid it.
I don't think they even get... Did he even make a catch in the Super Bowl?
No, he didn't. I don't even think he got 1,000 yards on the season.
I don't think he made a catch in the Super Bowl, folks. You
Check
might want
his
to check...
stats this year. He was probably barely over 1,000 yards.
He didn't even get to the Pro Bowl,
A.J.
did he?
Green, and this is for you Cincinnati heads, and I'll say this, being a Steelers fan, A.J. Green is one of the best receivers in the AFC.
And they're going to sign him.
And he is,
Since
if
he's-
you don't think he's going to ask for the same amount of money Demaryius Thomas got, you're fooling yourself. And y'all know Cincinnati's owner is a cheap-ass cheapskate. He will not pay him. He didn't pay Chad Johnson. He has not paid...
Chad Johnson's not on the same level as A.J. Green.
He was when he was...
No.
Yo, bullshit.
No. I'm sorry, but Chad Johnson and A.J. Green are totally 2 different people.
Bullshit. Okay,
Bull true.
check out Chad Johnson's first 4-year stats and compare him to A.J. Green's, who had better yards and
A.J.
touchdowns.
Green.
Uh-uh.
A.J. Green is a 4-time Pro Bowler.
Okay, we'll look it up here.
I'm telling you, folks, they're going to give A.J. Green his money. Because he's been to the Pro Bowl ever since he made it in the NFL.
I'm going to look this up real quick.
Because I'm telling you, folks, A.J. Green is a much better receiver than Chad Johnson is.
Nope.
Just because Chad Johnson's mouth ran him out of Cincinnati.
No, his mouth didn't run.
Oh, bull crap.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if you do this while you're in the end zone celebration, that's going to get you a one-way ticket out. I'm sorry. I don't want to see my players doing golf teeing offs or grabbing people's popcorn and all that crap. When
Okay,
AJ is a
one.
civilized wide receiver who's, in my mind, I don't think he's going to ask for a whole lot, considering the fact that he's got his whole team set up.
All right, let's
Plus,
check.
I don't even know if HH's contract is up this year.
Yes, it is. Because Sanu is going to be gone. They're not going to re-sign.
They're not going to
Sanu.
re-sign Mohamed Sanu. I'm
No,
sorry.
and he's a damn good receiver.
Not really. He's a third. He's like one of those.
Dude,
He's one of those. What do you call it?
slant receivers.
Not slot. That's what
Slot,
it is.
yeah, slant slot.
He's more of a slot receiver than he's just like a Wes Welker. Only he's not as fast, and he doesn't have very good hands.
Let's see here.
I'm saying AJ Green is. Okay, here's my question then. If he doesn't re-sign with Cincinnati, where does he go? Who signs him? Somebody's got to sign him.
Carolina.
I don't think Carolina is going to.
Why not? They don't have any receivers. You said it, and I said
They're
it.
not. He's not going to.
Why not?
They're not going to work out a deal. I know they're not. Because the owner is not that greedy of a person. He's not like Jerry Jones who's going to throw out money just to pay for somebody. It's not going to happen.
Being that they got this close to the Super Bowl, what about the Detroit Lions?
Nah, I highly doubt it.
Why not? Megatron ain't going to be around much longer.
They're not going to. I don't see him in Detroit. I'm sorry.
Chicago?
Folks. Why Chicago?
They need
Who's going to throw him the ball? You're going to rely on Jay Cutler.
He's still there. Why not?
He sucks.
Why not send him to Arizona?
Send it. He's not going to go to Arizona.
Why not? Larry Fitzgerald.
Because they have John Brown, Jim Brown, Michael Floyd. They have receivers out the ass. Why would they need another one?
Dude, first of all, John and Jim Brown aren't.
They're great receivers for
are.
guys who have came out of nowhere and made an impact in the NFL.
But are they making AJ Green? Once Larry Fitzgerald leaves.
You can't make AJ Green numbers when you're a slot receiver.
Okay, well, that's what Sanu is, and you said he wasn't any good.
He's not that good. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mohamed Sanu is not going to be a great receiver in the NFL. Nobody is going to push Sanu to be a number one receiver. He's not going to be like Antonio Brown.
I'm telling you, AJ Green is not going to stay in Cincinnati. I don't know
I think
where
he
he'll
will.
go. I don't know where he'll go, but he's not.
I think he'll stay in Cincy, and I think Cincy will make a run in the playoffs.
No, they won't, since he's not going to pay him. And you honestly...
You said it yourself, and Cincy's going to go for in the playoffs before the playoffs even started. So I don't even want to hear it.
But you know what? I was wrong about that. And by all rights, Cincinnati should have went a lot farther than what they did. They shot themselves in the foot by losing their tempers and losing their cool.
Can't help it. I mean, you got to keep your
That's
cool in
not-
the playoff game.
That's that's on Marvin Lewis. How do you even know if Marvin Lewis is even going to be the coach next year?
Probably
He can't even control his players. I'm telling you, AJ Green's going to leave. Andy Dalton is not the savior that you all think he is. AJ McCarron.
All right, here's another example of what you just said. Why is Jason Garrett still the head coach? Considering you have egos of Greg Hardy, the guy who probably shouldn't even be in the NFL right now. You have Des Bryant, who's telling the defense what to do, and they almost about killed each other. Why is he still the head coach?
You think he's going to be their head coach still next year?
There's nothing that's saying otherwise.
Dude, trust me, by the beginning of next year, Jason Garrett will be out of a job.
We'll see
Jerry
about
Jones just hasn't gotten around to it yet.
that.
Trust me.
Dallas is just...
Jason Garrett's going to be
There's
gone.
too many egos.
You know what? To be honest with you, I could see where AJ Green would go. Tampa Bay.
Really?
Why not? Jameis Winston and AJ Green.
There's nothing that's like enticing him to go there.
It's Tampa Bay. It's Florida.
So?
They're playing sunny weather. Tampa Bay's
You might
got
as well
the
just
money.
tell him to go to Jacksonville then.
Tampa Bay's got the money. They could pay him.
Jacksonville's got the money too. Shit, they got enough money down there. With nobody coming.
Well,
Name me a player, folks, that is actually wanting to go to Jacksonville. I would just... That or Tennessee. That just...
you know why nobody wants to go to number one, Jacksonville has all this money because they don't pay their players a whole lot.
Yeah,
Because they
Blake
suck.
Bortles has got a pretty cheap deal.
Yeah. And guess
Even though
what?
he sucks.
And if he starts to do actually something,
So they can actually get some something there.
Because I'm going to tell you why Blake Bortles sucks right now. He has no offensive line blocking for him.
No running back, no receivers.
He has nothing.
He's got, he literally doesn't have anything.
He's in a situation that would make a Cleveland quarterback say, I don't want to be that guy.
Johnny Manziel.
Because at least Cleveland is going to have, if Gordon does get reinstated, which I think he should get reinstated.
Because he's a big supporter of pot, but go ahead.
He smokes weed. Okay. Lawrence Taylor smoked crack, people, and he's in the Hall of Fame. Gordon smoked a little
That's
weed.
two different time periods, though.
Gordon smoked a little bit of weed. You know what? Cleveland's got a better situation for any quarterback than Jacksonville does. Jacksonville's awful. They've been awful since they've been a freaking franchise in the NFL.
Why is Johnny Manziel referenced to Ryan Leaf?
Because he's going downhill like Ryan Leaf is.
Folks, you look at it online, people think that he's the next Ryan Leaf of the NFL. He's going to be
the next Ryan. No, you know, the only thing that's going to save him from being the next Ryan Leaf is the simple fact that Johnny Manziel's daddy and mommy are rich. He came from a rich background, so if he doesn't make it in the NFL, he's still Money Manziel because mommy and daddy will use their money to get little Johnny what he wants. Johnny got put in his place. He got a harsh dose of reality. He wanted to come to Cleveland.
And beat by his ex-girlfriend.
He wanted to come to Cleveland.
Who actually gave him, like, compulsory ear disorder and all that crap.
So, he wants to come to Cleveland and play and make a name for himself. And then what happens? He shoots himself in the foot by being a complete and utter dumbass. Period.
Yeah.
That's what Johnny Manziel did.
It's pretty terrible.
He shot himself in the foot. Listen, Jacksonville, you suck. You're awful. You've been awful since you've been an expansion team.
Right.
You've made the playoffs once.
When was that?
You got to remember, all 32 teams have won a playoff game.
I know.
Since Cincinnati.
Since the NFL actually.
Since Cincinnati's been in the last playoffs that Cincinnati was in, all 32 teams have won an NFL playoff game. Cincinnati has yet to win one. Yet. Since the days of them going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, folks.
Cincinnati, you're not doing shit next year. You know why? Because A.J. Green is going to say hasta la vista. He's going to go.
We'll see about that.
He's going to go where the money is.
You better answer that. I'm going to close this off.
Hello?
That is our Super Bowl reactions. He's talking to his fiance. They just had a little accident, so I'm going to let them talk. I'm going to end it here. Leave a like below. Please comment with whatever you guys want to talk about. Tell us your reactions, because I'd love to know. Subscribe for more content. And I love you all to death. And stay classy.